Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David, and this is a deck review. Hey, today we're going to look at the Planet Earth cards from David Goldklang and Vanda cards. This deck of cards is part of a series called The Planets. Obviously, this is one of 8 that originally started with Mercury. Every so often, David Goldklang puts another one of these out on Kickstarter. So this has been entirely supported by Kickstarter, and it's very successful. Their decks are coming out pretty fast, so it's pretty awesome. If you don't know about Earth, it's where you live. It's the planet you're standing on. It's the 3rd planet from the sun. And it's the only world known to support an atmosphere with free oxygen, oceans of liquid water on the surface, and the really big one, life. That's right, kids, you and me. Earth is one of the 4 terrestrial planets. Like Mercury, Venus, and Mars, it has a rocky surface. And depending on where you are on the globe, you could be spinning through space at just over 1,000 miles per hour. And the planet Earth also moves around the sun at 67,000 miles per hour. The hottest place on the planet Earth is Libya, and the coldest place on the planet Earth is Antarctica. And the reason why we have 4 seasons on the Earth is because our axis of rotation is tilted by more than 23 degrees. The tuck case is all done by Clove Street Press. It's done on this black matte paper with gold foil. It says 3rd deck of an original series, The Planet's Earth, stellar playing cards, produced by Vanda Playing Cards. One side says Vanda Artist Series, vandacards.com, and the other side is part of this ongoing series. I'm going to show you the picture with the other 2 decks. So there's the other 2 decks alongside of this. You can see down there at the bottom, it's starting to form like the crest or an outline of a planet, which when all the decks come together, it'll be pretty cool. The bottom of the tuck case has the name of the artist. The top simply says the planets. The large tuck seal also says the planets and has a flying saucer symbol. The inside has a star-lined field, and the 2 tiny tuck flaps also have flying saucers. The back design, of course, is the back design of the cards, and that is pretty much it for the tuck case. Let's take a look at these cards. The back design is done very similar to the other 2 decks. This one, however, done in a earthy green, like a grass green. You got the flying saucer flying around the planet Earth there in the center, and the planet Earth is a one-way image. That makes the deck a one-way back design. Up at the top, there's always been kind of a symbol that represents the planet itself, and there you see the circle with a cross, and that represents our equator and our meridian. With this deck, you'll also get 2 extra cards. One of them is an artist card that has a little bit about the artist series and who it was designed by. And the other card is a star map that shows you where the planet Earth sits in our solar system. I'm going to line it up with the other 2 cards from the other set. And you're going to see that if you use the sun as your guide there, you're always going to know where to put the next card. And your 2 jokers, we got one joker that is a jester riding on a rocket, and you're always going to have one of these in the planet series. However, it always looks different from deck to deck. And your other joker is always a representation of the planet. And so in this case, you have the Tree of Life. Your Ace of Spades has a nice big ace pip. It says the planets above that, and has the sun coming over the crest. It says Earth, stellar playing cards. Each one of your pips and indices is going to look exactly the same as the others in the set. I don't know if you've noticed that between the previous 2 with Mercury and Venus, but all the pips and indice cards are the same. So that means you can always grab 2 of these decks and play a game of cards. You'll always have indice cards that match. Your court cards are going to be more traditional this time, because what David has tried to do is he's tried to make court cards that look like they came from that planet. Well, what court cards would you use to represent Earth? Well, of course, you'd use our traditional courts. Now, they've been redrawn, of course, to fit the series, but you're definitely going to recognize a lot of the royalty as far as the weapons they hold and the clothes they wear. All right, so that's just how the cards look, but you also want to know how they feel. Of course, these cards are made from the United States Playing Card Company, and that means they look and feel great. They're going to have nice quality control as far as edges, corners, and registry. And wow, you just can't get any better than cards made from United States Playing Card Company. If I take 10 of these and put them into a caliper, it comes to 2.82. 2.82 is the classic thin stock. That's right. Bicycle now calls their retail stock classic thin stock. So if you ever hear somebody say classic stock, that means it's their retail stock. Now, as far as thickness goes, this deck falls between the other 2. So if you have Mercury Okay, Mercury was a little thinner, and if you have Venus, Venus was a little thicker, so this deck falls in the middle of the other two. All right, so that's pretty much everything I can say about the Earth deck from David Goldklang and Vanda cards. I'm super excited to see the rest of the decks in this series, and if you would like to purchase your own or find out more about these cards, you can always visit vandacards.com. Thanks, bye.